Good afternoon. This is Allison Penna, aka Bad Widow, and I am home from Arizona, and I'm so excited to be home, um, to be back with Wayne, to be back in my own home, my own bed. Uh, but I have a question for you. What does being home mean to you? Home is identified very often with being with a person. That's part of why I was so devastated when Dave died, is he was part of my home. So glad to be home and see Wayne because he is part of my home. So we assess home as places and people pretty often, or positions. If going to work is really pleasurable for you, sometimes that's home. The problem is that if any one of those things changes, so Dave died, that was a big change. People lose jobs, or lose businesses, or lose homes, or lose pets, or lose people they love, and they lose a piece of their home. So what I would like you to think about is what home is for you. What is home for you? And what if home is actually none of those things? A while ago, I developed a body of work called the Affluence Code, Unlocking the Affluence Code. And it allowed Dave and I to thrive, not just survive, even while he was dying. Because what I knew about him was that when he felt the most whole, so home could be you within yourself. You in that moment, that sweet spot where you are wholly yourself, and everything just clicks along. Everything is just amazing. So what if you could carry home with you? What if these people or places or events or positions that we associate with home were not home? And we could carry home with us because home lived in who we were. Can you see that if home was you, if you were your own home, and then everything else was an enhancement to you in your own home, just being wholly yourself, just operating in a way that was organically natural to you, so that synchronicity kicked in. You received what you needed and what you wanted because you were doing it in a way that made sense to you. And everybody's experienced that sweet spot. What if that sweet spot in you was home? What if everything else was the icing on the cake? So I invite you to ask yourself what home means to you. And think about, there are 3 areas that I discovered people focus on and feel most themselves. So the best way to get back to yourself after a loss, and the best way to be yourself more of the time, is to really know what fills you up. So the first was work, doing something well, excellence, execution, creation. That's a lens I call purpose. The second is love. It's one-on-one connection, including with yourself. It's self-care. And the third is what I call charity. And charity is it's community and ecosystem, and it's leaning into leverage and influence to get things done, to create a ripple effect. And everybody cares about all of those universally. But if you know what you care about most and first, that's the secret to the kingdom. That's the secret to being home in your own body and to carrying it with you like a turtle has a shell. And then the transitions and changes and things that happen in life organically all the time those losses that we grieve will have much less of an impact on you, will rattle you much less, because the key is to be able to come back to yourself as quickly as possible. So if home was you, that would be possible. My name's Allison Penna, aka Bad Widow. See you tomorrow.